So hi guys, where to start? I got some bad news. I'm really sorry, but I don't think I'll be videoing for some time. So I'm in a travel lodge, the same travel lodge I stayed at a few nights ago, and I was brought here by a recovery vehicle last night. But there was no beds at the travel lodge last night, so I stayed on the services inside the Costa coffee shop from about 11:30, 12 o'clock last night till now, and I've managed to get in early to a room. And it's Sunday, so it's a cheap day. Unfortunately, on my way to work last night, even though I had slept all day and I was really tired, every time I stopped and parked up, I fell asleep. And then the final 2 hours just before work last night, I went onto services and I just got in the back and went to sleep for 2 hours. But as I drove to work, I fell asleep again and I crashed my car. Yep, I've written my Lexi off. Can you believe it? So, called the police. Well, what happened was my eyes were heavy, but I thought, I've had so much sleep, I'm just not going to fall asleep, I've got to get to work. It's in my work clothes and everything. And my eyes felt heavy, but I thought I won't fall asleep, but then it just did, it just happened, So all these shifts I did, obviously, I thought I was coping well, but my body decided it wasn't, and it hadn't had good enough sleep, and my eyes shut, and that was it. Into the side of a car, written off the side of Lexi and her tyres and her wheel and everything, and then another car written off. I called the police. They came straight away, closed the road, managed to move my car onto the pavement, and of course I have to hit a car right outside a pub, so everybody came out, said, oh, she's a drunk driver, all of that. So then I made the police do the breathalyzer in front of everybody because I knew it would be 0, so that was all okay. And I sat in the police car trying to think what to do next, what to do. So anyway, they said, well, you've got to phone your insurance company and get this recovered, or we can do it, but it'll cost you. And I said, okay, I've got to phone my insurance company. So then I couldn't find the phone number or an email or anything, because they're a website based one, and this copper in front, he got it up quite quickly on his little laptop, and he gave me the phone number, and I phoned them, and they were very quick. They said, right, okay, we'll get a recovery vehicle to pick your car up straight away. What are you going to do now? And I said, I don't know, I haven't thought that far. I'm in a daze, I'm sat in the back of a police car, and I'm trying to think, what the hell do I do? I'm living in my car, everything I own is in my car, and I have nowhere to go. I can't think straight. And the guy said, right, okay, I'll phone you back in half an hour. In the meantime, we'll get the recovery vehicle to you. So the police, chatted to me about where I was going to stay and that, and I said, well, I'll try and find a hotel for the night. And the lady copper, she was really nice, and she took me to one side. She said, look, we can see that, you've obviously been in dire straits. This is a prosecutable offence because you could have killed someone, you were driving. I mean, luckily I wasn't driving fast. I was going through a town, and I was doing about 15, 16 miles an hour. Just sauntering through, wasn't in a rush, had plenty of time to get to work. And my eyes just closed for a second, and that was a second enough. Anyway, she said, we can see you're in dire straits, so we're not going to take this any further. She said, you haven't hurt anybody, you've done enough damage. You've got to sort this out, so we won't be taking it any further. And I said, fair enough, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I never thought about being a prosecutable offence. I just thought, I've fucked everything up. Anyway, they left me with my car for the recovery van to come. So I was diving into Lexi trying to find things, but how I'd hit the car, everything had shot forward, so everything was on the floor, from the front, and my little mouse and Quirky and everything, that was all thrown up against the windscreen. Everything on my front seat had landed on the floor. I couldn't find anything. I was trying, and the passenger door wouldn't open. So I was just trying to find what I should take with me when the lorry turned up. He turned up so quickly. I had nothing ready. Absolutely nothing ready. So I asked him. I said, "Look, can I spend the night in my car at the garage that you're taking me to?" And he said, "I don't think so." And he phoned the garage, and the lady said, "No way. You know, we're not insured to allow anybody to stay in the car. You know, she's got to make her own way out. You know, sort herself out." So I said, "Okay." So then I was phoning taxis, and it was a Saturday night. Of course, no taxi would come out. In fact, most of them weren't even answering the phone. So I said to the guy, I said, "Look," I said, "which way are you going?" I said, "Because there's a travel lodge on the services up the road." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "I'll go that way." He said, "I'll drop you off." So he very kindly dropped me off here. But Saturday night, of course, it was fully booked. So I went into Costa and bought a coffee, and I sat there for a couple of hours, and then this laddie round about 2 o'clock in the morning said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Well, you know, I've lost my car and I'm stuck here at the moment. I'm really sorry. I'll be here till tomorrow morning." And he said, "Oh, that's okay. I've got nothing happening now anyway. Just looking after Costa, and it's 24 hours, so you're fine. You sit there." He gave me a free coffee, and I went onto the website, and this travel lodge had rooms free today for £25. So I booked this for today. I am in the clothes that I was wearing to go to work in, so I'm in my work clothes. I have nothing else with me. The only thing I did manage to grab out of my car was my red rucksack, which was right at the back of the boot and was easy to get hold of, and that's actually got my very important papers in, like my passport and that. So I grabbed that. It's got nothing else. It's just got papers, passport and birth certificate and all of that. So that's come with me. Oh, and also my Bowden battery charger, you know, the one that you can plug in, but it's so heavy. But anyway, I've managed to get that, and there was a wire in my pocket already from before, so I had the right wire to charge this phone. So look, I'm getting up to 7:33 on this, and I've got to upload it up to YouTube straight away. So I'm just going to say, look, I can't record anymore because at the moment I can't run out of battery. I've got to sort all of this out. I've got no home. From tomorrow morning when I move out of this hotel, I have no idea what I'm going to do when I walk out of this place, how I'm going to get from A to B. I've got £200 in the bank, and I've got to try and sort this out. So I have gone on to Twitter, so if you want to follow me on Twitter and you want updates as to what I'm doing, you're welcome to. It's under Travelling Light. And you're welcome to follow me, and if I get any followers, then I'll update you as to what I'm doing, because it is just one step at a time now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going to go to sleep right now because I haven't been asleep since I fell asleep in my car. So I'm going to get some sleep now, and I don't know, I'll just think about things and try and work out what I'm going to do next. I don't know. Everything's in my car. It's in the workshop. It's Sunday. I can't get to the garage till tomorrow because it's not open. And then I've got to get to the garage tomorrow. And then I've got to find a way to put all my stuff that's in that car, in my car, Lexi, into somewhere else before it gets taken off to be analysed by the insurance company to see if it's a write-off or what happens. So it's just a huge, huge mess that I've managed to get myself into. I bet you're surprised that I'm not bawling my eyes out. Do you know what? I had so much shit in my life. It's just another one, and this is quite a major one, and I've got to try and sort this out. Not quite sure how. But yeah, if you want to any updates or whatever, just follow me on Twitter. I've got no followers on there at the moment. Oh, I've got one from years ago, but I uninstalled Twitter after COVID because I was getting too involved with it. You do, don't you, when you're bored and sat on a sofa in your flat. So but I've reinstalled it, and like I say, I'm under Travelling Light. You'll know it's me. It says Nomad, dealing with mental health or something, and if you follow me, then I'll update you as I go along. Anyway, thanks for your support. Hopefully I'll be able to sort this out, and hopefully I'll get back onto YouTube eventually. Take care.